Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rachel and you're gonna love today's video because we are in collab with Jim over at Jim's Quiche Kitchen and we are doing lasagna day. I know, right? So this collaboration, if you've never been or if you've never watched any of the collaborations, I will leave the link down below. It'll be a playlist to all the participants. It'll be all their versions of lasagna, whether it be a quick lasagna, a skillet lasagna, like a Alfredo lasagna, an onion lasagna, all different kinds of, and some dessert lasagnas I'm sure are going to be in there. So all kinds of lasagnas that you could try. So thanks Jim for inviting me to do this because I am super excited to do this actually. And so today we are going to do lasagna soup. Okay, nice and easy. It can be a weeknight meal, and you know how you think you can never have lasagna during the weeknight, right? You know, lasagna takes a little bit. So, no, not this one. So, it's about 30 minutes, maybe 35. You can choose whatever pasta you want. We eat low carb, so we could do zoodles, but I'm not a super huge fan of zoodles. So I do have a new low carb pasta that I want to try, so I'm going to try that in it. Or you break up lasagna noodles, so you don't have to do this low carb. Obviously, you can use lasagna noodles as really the way that you probably should do it, and just break them up in pieces, and you throw it in there, and they'll cook up. Any pasta you want, you can put in there. So just because I say it's low carb, you can eat it any way you want to. Everything is normal in it. You're just going to throw whatever pasta you want as a filler in there. And as much as you want or as little as you want in there. It's fine. So anyway, let's get started on this. I am super excited. Super excited. Get that? Did you? Did you get it? Super excited. Lasagna soup. Okay, let's do this. Cheers. So I just chopped up some onions. Or an onion. About a cup's worth. It's going to go down into the pot with a little bit of olive oil, and then we'll get some garlic in there, and then you can use beef. This is so easy. It's however you want your lasagna to be, right? So if you like beef in your lasagna, use ground beef. I'm going to use some sausage right now. I have some where you got to cut open the casings, and then we'll be using that. If you have turkey or chicken, use that. Who cares? How you like your lasagna or you want to eat it, that's what you're going to use in this. We're just deconstructing it, making it easy, and using whatever pasta you want in here. So that's what we're doing. So let's do this. Roll these in. If you see any other mess in this kitchen, ignore it because I have a lot of projects going on at the same time, okay? And so I thought, let's just mess up the whole kitchen all at the same time. So, wait, I'm going to get this going, sauteing these down a little bit, and then I'll add in the garlic here in just a minute. In the meantime, I've got like a sweet Italian, or like a mild Italian sausage. I'm just going to, with the casings, I'm going to slit it open and get the meat out so we can get that ready for... Okay, and you just remove it. Remember that also, if you have a lot of these, like these brats or whatever, in your freezer, and it comes down to let's use stuff up in our freezer type things, you know how I do a lot of those videos, use what we have, and you're like, oh, I'm tired of brats, I don't have any buns, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that. This is just sausage, people. It's just in the casing. Just break it open. You can use it for... You can form it into patties if you wanted to for breakfast. You could, or you can just cut these up for breakfast, right? And make a skillet breakfast meal out of them. I've done that plenty of times when we were camping. And you can use it just as sausage and anything. Just because it's in a casing like this, you need to think outside the box, and then you can do whatever with these. So when you see them on sale or on clearance, get them, because they can become so much more than just a brat. You know what I mean? So now this will just be our brown sausage that we're going to use for this. So I'm going to put in the garlic now. I'm trying to wipe off my hands. Hold on. Okay, just whatever you want. I'm going to put it, I'm using the jarred. If you have cloves, chop up like 2 or 3 cloves. I don't want a lot in there. Well, I do, but I also don't want it to burn, so I gotta turn this down a little bit. Nothing worse than burnt garlic. Ugh. So I just got it on like a low medium heat, and I'm gonna saute this up a little bit, and then we're gonna put in the sausage and get that going. I mean, this is easy peasy. It's like 30-35 minute meal. You can do this. Okay, so we're gonna add these in and use a wooden spoon. I should get my little chopper out probably. Oh, it's right here. And just break it up, cook that up. Okay, let's get this cooked up. I will say a little tip. When it comes to a carb and you're doing something where you're going to substitute for things for pasta and stuff, I usually do more meat. So this is, you know, for something like this, you can do like a pound, a little less than a pound. I probably did a little over. Six of those sausages is probably a little over a pound. So, but I just find like, well, more meat is better than the substitute pasta. You know what I mean? So that's how I think of it, and I just kind of use it as a filler. You don't have to put the pasta in it at all. You can leave it out. Still going to have the same taste of lasagna. So yeah, that's just a little tidbit here. Okay, so we got it browned. If you have a lot of grease, drain it, but I'm okay with the grease. We're going to do about 32 ounces of chicken stock. That's one of these cartons, if you're wondering. Okay. And 2 cans of diced tomatoes. I'm using the fire roasted. I love fire roasted tomatoes. They are like a staple. They're just so good. So throw those in. All this stuff was everything I already had at home. So the meat came out of my freezer. I already had diced these fire roasted tomatoes on my shelf. I'm also gonna put in, I may have to get it, an 8 ounce, is it 8 ounce? 6 ounce, 6 ounce of tomato paste. Okay, put that in there. Which this was on my shelf, so I shopped for nothing for this. I had everything for it. I kind of thought, well, you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I don't know where that little sprig of tomato paste just flunked to, but it's somewhere around here. I don't know where it went. I'll find it eventually. I don't know if it's, God knows where it went to. Real life, people. All right, so we're gonna heat this up. That tomato paste will help thicken it up a little bit, so we just gotta give it like, you know, a good 5-7 minutes here. Okay, right now we're gonna add some oregano. Kind of heat it up here, but I just want to get some oregano in there. Sorry, I do not measure anything. If you've been following me, you know. Basil. This is my own fresh basil out of the garden. And I dehydrate it, grind it up, and then use Italian seasoning and add some Italian seasoning in there, or even like the herbs de Provence. You can use whatever you have. Okay. I'm going to add a little salt and pepper. Alright. We'll get this cooking for about 5 minutes, and then we're going to add in, I just want the tomato paste to kind of like dissolve in there, and then maybe about 3 minutes. And then I'm going to add in the noodles. Now, I was going to try a new noodle that I have, but I decided not to. I'm just going to use, because I have like an open bag here of this, so I want to use these up, of the carbonara. And then I have another bag here, so I'm just going to use these up in there instead of opening a box. But, like I said, you can use any noodle you have, or lasagna noodles. You break them up and you throw them in, and then, oh yeah, I've done the lasagna noodles with, like a chicken dumpling soup, and use the noodles instead of dumplings. Oh my God, it is so good. So good. I don't know what it is about it, but it's just so good. Creamy. Okay, I'm going to give this a couple more minutes. Alright, so you can add as much as you want. On the average, maybe like a cup. I'm going to add those in. And then a little bit more. I mean, it's pasta. Pasta has no taste, so remember that. So, use what you have. Use your choice. If you're really doing the low carb, you don't even have to add it. I feel that's enough for me. Just so you have a little something each bite. You could freeze the soup. I would freeze it before you put the pasta and everything else in. Freeze it the way it is, and then if you wanted to, you could get it. You could even do it in the crock pot, but get it out, thaw it out, put it over the stove, put the pasta in, and then you're going to add your cheeses and stuff. So if you wanted to do a starter, freeze it. It would work wonderful. Okay, let's cook this up for about 7 minutes, 8 minutes. Okay, so here it is. Now, if you have ricotta on hand, obviously put a dollop of that on there. I do not, and I'm just using what I have on hand. So I'm going to put some mozzarella in here and some Parmesan cheese. And some fresh basil from my garden. Look at that. Doesn't that look amazing? Okay, let's give it a try. Ooh, look at that. Yum. You know you're gonna like it if you like every ingredient that you put in it, right? Sorry. Oh my God. See? Super easy weeknight lasagna. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's good. Oh, it's hot. Oh my God, I highly recommend this. This is so good. So you use a pound of burger if you want, turkey, ground chicken, little extra sausage, whatever you want. You can mix it, sausage and beef. Mix it up. I've done that before when I made regular lasagna. So this is just way easier. So anyway, this is so good. It would be really good with a little touch of ricotta on top, but I don't think it needs it. I'm pretty sure it's perfect the way it is. Okay, so I just want to say thanks, Jim, from Jim's Quiche Kitchen, for allowing me to collab with you guys and do this awesome playlist that we will leave down below. So, hey, sit down, get a drink, get a snack, whatever you want to do, sit down and get some lasagna inspiration going. There's going to be a great playlist down below, and you can just sit there and keep watching one after another, and maybe it'll give you some ideas. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe if you have not subscribed already. I know you're watching. And cheers.